What's going on? This is one percenter stocks, aka op stocks. Um, Trying to be in that 1 to 10% to profit the most out of this. Um, a couple of the stocks that I've mainly been wanting to focus on, at least right now, and the jobs reports does come out this week. It's been at 4.1%. From what I know, if it goes below that, the Federal Reserve might not have too many rate cuts coming up. But if it's above the 4.1%, it's likely in December that this month, December, that they'll have more rate cuts coming as far as the Federal Reserve, which will affect the stock market, the housing market, interest rates, and all that other type of stuff. But mainly, I just wanted to focus on a couple of the options that I have right now between let me see, between Irene, which is Iris Energy, but it's spelled IREN as far as the handle for it. I don't know if you can see exactly. Set it back some, but yeah, right now, throughout the whole day, probably had about a -3%. Um, but overall, the trend's been trending upwards. It's at what, a 90% buy right now. It's a good buy. It already had its fourth quarter earnings report. The next one will be coming out early next year, not early next year, but sometime next year. The first couple months. And it's renewable energy. That's one of the main things that's going to be always consistently throughout our time going to be increasing through society. So long term, I believe that I'll have the stocks for, or the options made out for, January 3rd. So next month, early next month. So I'll probably pull out. Right now I'm at 120% of total earnings. And today with that, negative, well, when it calculated in, it was at negative like 6 or 7%, which on my options gave me a -24%, which isn't bad if I'm still up 120%. And I put it on, what did I say, for, I bought it on 11/26 and the expiration is January 3rd. To break even, I need 11.45. I called it to be at $10, and right now it's at 13. So I've obviously surpassed that. So I'll probably be pulling out sometime soon. But right now it is low. So if you want to buy, it is low. I buy the dips. I do have regular stocks on there. I'm at 127% on that. Like I said, I overall do pretty well. I'm just trying to share what I have and share what I know. I'll try to download more actual screenshots of my actual portfolio to make it easier, so you have a better understanding on what I'm actually doing versus just talking about it. But also another one of the options that I have is EOLS, which is what? This is like a kind of like a makeup company. So like I said, I invest in anything that I don't care what it is, as long as I look at the stock and I see the trend, and I see a pattern, and then I'll research it to figure out exactly what's been causing the trend, what's been causing the pattern, and if the experts see the same thing, if Wall Street is betting on the same things that I'm betting on, it makes it a little bit easier. And with that, that's actually at 100% buy. So the Irene was at a 90% buy, and this is at it's called Evolus, I believe, but it's EOLS is the handle for it, and that's like I said at 100% buy. And and it's more like a makeup company, a pharma company, uh, and on their Zacks rank, it's rated number 2 on Zacks ranks. So it means that if you're ranked number 1 and number 2 in Zacks ranks, that Wall Street and the common sense of what typically happens is gonna exceed the typical market. So it's that's why it's at 100% buy. And right now it's actually at its one of its lows. So if I would, and that's because they just had a quarterly earnings report, and the next quarterly earnings report isn't until March 6th. So next year early. Um, so like I said, if I was you guys, I mean, like I said, it's not up to me per se, but what I'm doing, I've been in it for a while, and right now I'm at, what is that? I am at, I'm only about like 30%. Um, so I'm not, but like I said, it's long term. It's at $13.51. I'm betting that it goes to 15. I have to break even at 16.05. I bought it on 11/21, so just last month, late last month. And even still being late last month, I'm up already, like I said, about 30%. And today it actually went down, negative 1.31%. But with my options, I'm still up 13% on the day. So you'll have stuff like that with options where sometimes you'll see the actual stock decrease, but your options actually still increases. You'll see that a lot going back and forth. But yeah, so I'm in that long term. Like I said, it's not that difficult. I got other things that I've been looking into, but I just wanted to just kind of just harp on those two because those are two like long term things that I see. And I do some crypto. I don't really focus too much on it. It's too volatile, and there's too many variables when you start talking about politics and stuff like that. But I do dabble. I like it for more day trading. Um, I don't mind letting stuff sit in there if I'm not utilizing the money elsewhere, because I'm not a necessarily day trader or an option trader or a regular trader. I kind of do all of it. Like I said in the last video, I like to kind of like spread. You obviously spread out your portfolio. You don't focus too much on one thing, but I do like to dabble in a little bit of all of it. And if my money is not being used elsewhere, I do mess with the cryptocurrency. I like messing with the things that deal with the cryptocurrency. So it'll be other stocks outside of the normal Bitcoins or Dogecoin or stuff like that. Um, but I'll get more into a lot of that stuff later. Uh, what else? A lot of today was like a bad day for the market per se. I guess a little bit. Not a lot of things jumped. Now there were a few things that jumped out. It was like a ocean renewable energy that I'll get into later. But today was a kind of a slow day, a slow Monday. So I'll be back on here. I'll be trying to keep my updates, and like I said, I'll go through later and try to actually go through and get screenshots to put up on here. So I appreciate it, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. But yeah, for sure, what I would do, what I am doing is the EOLS. That's long term. I'm in there until about February, March, April, until about April. Their quarterly earnings isn't until March. It's at 100% buy right now. It's kind of low, so I would jump in. And then the Irene one, or the Iris Energy, the Irene, IREN, it's at a 90% buy. And I'm in there until about January for the next month or so. Yeah, try to get in where you fit in, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing.